Good afternoon. We gather here today to celebrate the life of Michelle Jeanette SLETTEN. Family and friends, today we pay our respect to a wonderful lady, a mother, a daughter, sister, grandmother, great-grandmother, a loving partner, auntie, colleague and friend. Each of you will have shared your own relationship with Michelle, and you'll have many memories of the times you've shared together. I'm Graham Sarah, and I'm very privileged to have been asked to conduct this service for Michelle today. On behalf of Michelle's family, thank you for being here, especially those of you who have travelled. Your presence with us today is very much appreciated. We also know some dear friends and family couldn't be here today, and the family also acknowledge Michelle's granddaughter Chelsea and all her other family members and friends who are unable to be with us today, but they are certainly with us in spirit and in our hearts. Thanks go to the many people who have telephoned, sent flowers and cards to the family, expressing their sympathy at the passing of Michelle. It's also important today that we remember people special to Michelle, those who have passed away but are not forgotten. So we particularly remember Michelle's partner David and her beloved mum Faith, who are no longer with us. They are reunited once more. Michelle Jeanette SLETTEN was born on the 1st of May 1958 to parents Donald and Faith Till, and she was followed by little brother Brendan. She was a stubborn but loving child and a caring, fun but firm big sister, always keeping an eye on always keeping her little bro in line. Initially growing up in Perth and completing her schooling there, Michelle then moved to New Zealand, where she worked as a waitress, which she absolutely loved. It was there she met her first love, Ron, and had her first daughter, Heidi. Sadly, this relationship ended, but Michelle did move on and find love again, and married Michael, to whom she had her second and third daughters, Katrina and Belinda. Michelle moved back to Australia, initially living in New South Wales, then travelling through South Australia until she found and settled in Moonta. As soon as Michelle came to Moonta, she fell in love with the place and knew she wanted to stay here. Michelle's marriage ended and she was left alone raising her 3 daughters, and money was also always tight. But she always managed to make sure her girls had everything they needed. She would go without treats, new clothes and even food to make sure that her girls always had enough. As time passed, Michelle eventually met the love of her life, David, and they owned and ran the Moonta Chicken and Seafood shop for many years, which Michelle thoroughly loved. Devastatingly, Michelle got her first cancer diagnosis in 2007, which she courageously fought with aggressive and damaging treatments that obliterated her tiny petite frame and spirit. Michelle didn't quit. She never stopped fighting, and even with every inch of her body and mind screaming to give up, she fought back the cancer into remission and started to slowly regain her life with the constant love and support of David and her family. Another tragedy struck for Michelle with the sudden loss of her partner David, with him passing in 2009. And then again in 2012 with the passing of her beloved mother Faith. Beyond devastated, Michelle still fought on for her children and grandchildren and slowly returned to her smiling, happy, loving self. Michelle loved life and helping people. This is what drew her to working in aged care, which she was deeply passionate about. She would glow every time she spoke of her work and how much it meant to her. Sadly, Michelle received news that her cancer had returned and metastasised in 2018, and the prognosis was bleak to say the least. However, she courageously and bravely fought again and never let it stop her from living her life to the fullest. Michelle enjoyed doing crosswords, jigsaws and diamond dot paintings. She loved playing push bowls and working in her garden. She also cherished her many coffee dates and travel adventures with her friends and family. She adored her cat Skittles and absolutely loved to spoil her rotten. But most of all, she loved her family. She treasured every moment she got to spend with her 3 children, Heidi, Katrina and Belinda, and her beautiful grandchildren, Joshua, Jessica, Chelsea and Emily, and her great-granddaughters, Peyton and Amara. Michelle lost her battle and passed away peacefully at home on the 24th of January 2026 at the age of 67. She was surrounded by loving family in her room, just as she had wished. She will be eternally remembered, cherished and missed by all who knew her, especially her devoted family. Her journey's just begun. Don't think of her as gone away. Her journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets and this earth is only one. Just think of her as resting from the sorrows and the tears, in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days or years. Think how she must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of her as living in the hearts of those she touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and she was loved so much. This time we spend together today is to remember Michelle, and while we think of her passing with sadness and regret, we should recall her life with respect and happiness. You see, nothing can detract from the happiness and closeness you shared with Michelle. Nothing can affect the happiness and the joy of life that Michelle knew. And nothing can change your love for her and her love for you. It can never be altered by time, circumstance or even death. But what has been, the past with all its meaning, is sacred and secure. So be grateful that Michelle was part of your lives and let her influence, her character, her lovely warmth and deeds live on. Michelle's granddaughter Emily has a special tribute to her grandmother and their time together, and I invite her to share that with us now.
This speech is on behalf of Emily. Standing here today is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. There is no words that can truly prepare you for the moment like this, for saying goodbye to someone who has such a consistent source of love, strength and comfort for so many of us. This is something I've never imagined having to write so soon. Our hearts are shattered and unbearably heavy, and it feels impossible to accept a world where this beautiful woman is no longer physically with us. Even standing here, my words don't feel big enough. I feel lost, broken and overwhelmed with grief. But I speak today because the love we have for our Gemma deserves to be spoken out loud. Because her life mattered, because her love shaped all of us, I'll try to keep this as short as I can, but I've done my best to include as much as possible. A beautiful Gemma first faced cancer in 2007, and she kicked it in the arse. She fought chemo with incredible strength, courage and determination, and for the next 10 years she stood tall, never letting cancer define her life or her spirit. It wasn't until she eventually had to stop her medication that this cruel disease returned. Even then, she met in the same way she met everything else in life, with resilience, grace and quiet bravery. She battled for the last 8 years with strength beyond this world, and we were consistently blown away by the courage she's shown for as long as she possibly could. She never allowed her circumstances to dim her light. Your big, beautiful smile was something out of this world. It lit up every single room you walked into. For so many of us, Gemma was the one who showed up, again and again, quietly, steadily, without ever needing recognition. And I was lucky enough to see that up close. I feel like I've lived in the hospital for a lot of my life. Every single time you were there. When I had my
Did you say stroke?
When I had my stroking period, you were ironically in town that very same day, dropping Josh somewhere. No surprise there, he's always needed to be somewhere. You came straight to the hospital, sat in the waiting room until they let you in, and held my hand while I was delirious and had no idea what was happening. You stayed with me until I was flown to Adelaide. And when I was a child and spent 6 weeks in Women's and Children's Hospital after my appendix ruptured, you came every single week without fail, even when you were caring for Josh because Mum was with me. You spoiled me with flowers, handmade crafts, the sweetest little notes, and the most gentle hugs and kisses. Your love was consistent, gentle, and unwavering. From the day I was born, you were the brightest light in my life. Jim, I thank you for showing me what true love looks like. Thank you for accepting me, my baby girl, and Isaac exactly as we are. No matter how much our lives have changed, no matter what path we took or chapter we moved through, you accepted us with open arms and open heart without judgment, only love. I will forever hold our memories close to my heart. Mowing your lawn for $20 as a kid, earning pocket money, cleaning your car, which I did very well, you always told me that, and helping in the garden. We planted fruit trees, picked flowers, and made sure those fruit trees were watered every night. You completed so many renovations and projects in your beautiful home, and no matter what happens with the house in the future, we would never let those memories fade. There has been an extraordinary amount of love, sadness, heartbreak, anger, grief, happiness, and pure laughter within those walls, and they will always live on in our hearts. We hosted so many garage sales, and they were honestly the best. You always made me put things in a certain spot, or else I would hear about it. You didn't get angry very often, well, not in my lifetime, but when you did, we wanted to run in the opposite direction. I remember very clearly the time Josh spread water balloons all over the backyard and refused to clean them up. So you threw a watering can at his head. And the time you put a picture of someone's face on the dartboard, and for some reason that set you off so badly you threw a ladder across the backyard with him standing right there. Your angry face was both hilarious and terrifying. When I was finally brave enough to get my license, you were the one who taught me to drive. You were patient, kind, and understanding, even when you screamed at me at the roundabout because apparently I didn't have enough time to go and the car was too close, even though I definitely did. And the first time I drove in Adelaide on my L's, it was raining so hard I could hardly see. I never missed a roundabout and almost drove straight into an ambulance. Whoops. I remember one morning when we had all slept in super late, so you put your record player on as loud as it could go to get us out of bed. When we were kids, you would line our slippers up at the kitchen door because you hated that we never wore shoes. You'd always say, "You don't have your feet on." You also had such a love for the simple joys in life, especially op shopping. You could spend hours browsing through op shops, but your favourite was the Christian bookshop, searching for the cutest little knickknacks and treasures. Those op shop days are some I will always miss the most. And then there was love for Timu. I swear you had at least one package delivered every week, if not more. You found the most random, clever little gadgets for everyone and slowly started teaming your whole house. It made you so happy, and honestly it made all of us smile. Every time we came over, we'd notice something new. You showed up every time we needed you, every school event, every birthday, every life decision, every heartbreak, every fallout, every important occasion, every milestone, all of it. One of the most unforgettable moments of my childhood was the Queensland trip in 2008. You, Mum and Grandpa told Josh and me when we were just 9 and 6 that we had to be up early the next day for an important appointment in Adelaide. We woke up early and arrived somewhere huge with planes everywhere, and because we had never been on the plane before, it took us a while to realise we were standing at the Adelaide airport. Then you told us we were going on a family trip to Queensland, and we had never been so excited in our lives. We had the best trip, so many laughs and memories that will last forever. Even then, you showed us incredible strength despite everything you had already been through just 12 months earlier. Little did we know, less than a year later you would lose your loving partner, and 4 years after that your beautiful mum. And yet not once did you let life break you. I remember how deeply you hurt after both of those losses, but I also remember the strength you showed, the way you kept getting back up when the pain was heavy. You showed us that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to be knocked down, as long as we don't stay down. You had an absolute love for travelling the world, New Zealand, Bali, Thailand, and many cruises you went on, and your holidays around Australia. Your dream was to buy a Winnebago and travel around Australia in it. You always came home with a beautiful keepsake and the most thoughtful gifts. One of my favourite things was making handmade pictures and decorations to leave around the house for when you returned from your trips, and you loved them so much. You dreamed of travelling Europe by the time you were 60. I'm so sorry you weren't able to fulfill that dream. But I promise we will never forget how much it meant to you. Maybe one day one of us can travel it for you. You live for caring for others. You volunteered at the Moonta Aged Care Home and loved it so much that you went to complete Certificate 3 in Aged Care. You met so many incredible people there, people whom are probably here today, and you loved every single resident deeply. You inspired me to follow in your footsteps, and I went to complete my own Certificate 3 placement in the very same centre. Sadly, not long before your graduation, we found that the cancer had returned. You became unwell so quickly, and it took away the chance for you to work in the role you had worked so hard for yourself. I remember one time Josh and I were having trouble with some kids, and they were walking past the house being idiots. I'll never forget her grabbing her baseball bat and running down the street in nothing but a dressing gown. We were so shocked that our sweet Gma were capable of such fury. About 10 years ago, on our trip to Mount Gambier, Chelsea and I accidentally gave her the nickname Gma. I can't even remember which one of us said it first, it just came out. But we loved it so much that it stuck. From the moment on, you weren't just Gma to us, you became Gma to everyone. And when my little girl was born, you created your name for her, Gma. It felt like it was always meant to be, the nickname being passed down. For nearly 10 years throughout my medical journey, you told me how much you believed I would be an incredible nurse, wise, kind-hearted, strong-willed, and perfectly suited to care for others. You told everyone how medically knowledgeable I sounded and how proud you were of me. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to fulfill that dream for you yet, but I promise I won't give up on it. Thank you for trusting me and allowing me to administer your medication in your final moments. That was one of the greatest privileges of my entire life. I will live the rest of my life with gratitude and love for being able to do that for you. We've spent days and days by your side, your daughters, your grandchildren, your little PJ, and everyone else who was lucky enough to love you or be loved by you. From the very first day you met my little girl, Peyton, and looked at her with pure love and adoration, I knew you would share a beautiful bond. Your little PJ loves you more than words can explain. Her favourite thing in the world was spending weekends at your house, drawing and colouring with you, playing with the farm animals, and looking through your jewellery boxes. Every time you wore your jewellery, it lit her up with happiness. She was so proud to wear the pieces you once wore, especially the bull necklace, as she calls it. She adored picking fruit with you from the backyard. It was her favourite hobby. Your fruit was always the best. She loved cutting up feijoas with you and making orange juice for Annie Trina from your beautiful oranges. You were her best friend, and she is going to feel your absence deeply, but I promise I will never let her live a day without remembering you and everything you shared together. Even now, whenever she sees the colour purple, she tells me how it was your favourite and how happy it would make you. This is how strong your light is. It still shines through her. Your garden was your happy place, rainstorm, sunshine or wind, and it was a reflection of your nurturing, patient and full of life. No one could ever pull you away from it, no matter how much your body ached the next day, or maybe apart from the time you were so proud of your new ride-on lawnmower that you rode it straight to the orange tree and ended up with whiplash. Gma had the most beautiful, unconditional love for her grandchildren, Joshua, Jessica, Chelsea and me, and for her precious grandchildren, great-grandchildren, Peyton and Amara. Each of us held a special place in her heart, and she loved us for exactly who we were. Although Gma didn't have the opportunity to meet Amara, she spoke of her with so much love and pride. And Josh, she was so incredibly proud of you. Her love was consistent, comforting, and full of warmth, and being a part of her family was something we were all incredibly lucky to experience. A very special part of Gma's heart belonged to her three daughters, Heidi, Katrina, and Belinda. She was so incredibly proud of all three of you, of the women that they are, the lives they built and the strength they carry. The love she had for her girls were unconditional and unwavering, carried quietly by fiercely through every stage of life. She was their constant, always caring, always supporting, always showing up. That love continues to live on through them, through our family and through everything she built and held so close. Gima's love for her family knew no limits. She celebrated our achievements, stood beside us through our struggles, and loved us unconditionally through every single stage of our life. Family meant everything to her, and she held us all together with her warmth, guidance, and unwavering support. That pride and love will continue to surround us long after today. I can't possibly stand here and talk about every memory because I've been lucky enough to have 24 years with them, but every single one lives inside my heart, and they will for as long as I live. I will never stop talking about you. I will never stop telling your stories. I promise to make sure your legacy lives on in our family, our children, and future generations know exactly who you are, because there is no one, and there will never be anyone as special as and as pure as you. There is a hole in our lives that will never fully heal, but is one we will learn to live with by keeping your memory alive. This is a promise. You were the glue that held our family together, the brightest star in the sky, my biggest role model and my constant guide. The love we have for you is bigger than the universe, brighter than the sun, and to the moon and back 1,000,000 times over. We went from you holding me in the hospital at the beginning of my life to holding your hand at the end of yours. A full circle of love I will carry with me forever. It hurts deeply that you won't be here to see me walk down the aisle and marry the man I love, or meet the child I will one day share with him. But I promise I will continue to try and make you proud. I miss you already. I love you even more, my Gma. One of your favourite songs was "You Are My Sunshine," and that's exactly what you are to us. You are our sunshine. You are our sunshine. We may not have gotten to spend the rest of our lives with you, but you got to spend the rest of your lives with us, and that is so special. Love and hugs always until we meet again. Your M&G and your little PJ.
Thank you, Emily and Isaac, for sharing that beautiful tribute and those wonderful memories of your Gma. Family have put together a presentation of pictures that add to that story of Michelle's life. Enjoy the memories and the music.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy, and nothing else could come between. But if you leave me to love another, you'll have shattered all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy take my sunshine away.
I took the supermarket flyers from the windowsill. I threw the day-old tea from the cup. Packed up the photo album Matthew had made, memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Garrett Wilson cars and stuffed animals, poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down, but Mum, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up, but I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. I fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly in a case. John said he'd drive, then put his hand on my cheek and wiped a tear from the side of my face. And I hope that I see the world as you did, 'cause I know a life with love is a life that's been lived. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. And when God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. Hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. You got to see the person I have become. Spread your wings and I know that when God took you back, He said hallelujah, you're home.
Bluebirds fly and the above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking and singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
I can hear the words you speak when the west wind whispers. I can hear your voice ring clear in the evergreens. Am I who you thought I'd be? Am I what you pictured? Did you have me standing here in your wildest dreams? Oh, just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. I feel you in the rain that falls, so I still get shivers. Running like a family car down on Corford Day. Did you find Mom up there? Tell me, are you with her? I wonder if the ones who go miss the ones who stay. Oh, just like us left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. Keep your room like nothing's changed. Tried to low, but it's not the same. Not damn near broke when I met Jeanette. You had to go, you couldn't stay. So I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels.
Many wonderful memories to cherish in those pictures today. How do we let a mother go? How do we say, I'm ready now to go on without you? How could we ever have a clue of what that really means? And of a sudden the moment is upon us and there's no turning back. And then we know what grief is, and guilt and love and things undone. Try to prepare and we'll fail in some way, be it subtle or looming. But there is peace too, peace and acceptance and overwhelming love that we maybe weren't aware of. Waves and waves of conflicting emotion, and laughter too, and memories we haven't bothered lately to recall will come flooding back in shared company. And it's all about you, Mum. And there's gratitude, so much of that we had you. Such a wonderful mother, bright and shining, nobody's fool, independent but humble too, smart and kind and fun, adventurous. A part of you has passed away, but much is carried every day within us, and will as long as we are here. This may be a final tribute, a day to celebrate your life and say goodbyes, but it's not final. Every day I'll celebrate you in some way, just by the virtue of how you shaped my life, the absolute and incredible fortune that I knew you as a friend, a mother and a woman. Family and friends, that concludes the service here in the chapel, and I'd invite Robert Davis from Skinner Family Funerals to come forward to arrange the pallbearers as we prepare to make our way to Moonta Cemetery to lay Michelle to rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this part of the service this afternoon for Michelle. In a moment we'll be taking Michelle's casket out to the hearse, where we'll make our way to the Moonta Cemetery. Once you arrive at the cemetery, please feel free to drive all the way from the front through to the back. It is rather a long walk for those that haven't been there before. For those people that aren't going to the cemetery, you'll have the opportunity to place a tribute at the hearse before we leave. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can I please have the pallbearers? And for those that are able, could you please stand?
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I Are your days filled with love and light? Is there music? Is there art and adventure? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left.